And we're live again, this time with sound. So welcome to the stock market update. Today is Sunday, January 20th. We'll take a look at what happened in the markets last week and also what to expect in the week ahead. And yes, one of these days I'll figure out the sound settings. I just did a whole market recap. And of course, there was no sound, so I'm doing it over here again. So what happened this week? The Dow rallied 710 points. So yes, we had a good week. It's actually the fourth straight week that we're up here in the market. So what is causing this rally right now? Well, there's three factors causing it. I mean, first of all, we have the U.S. China Trade Deal, drama, whatever is going on here, right? So on Thursday, there were some news that maybe possibly there will be an agreement. So good, the markets reacted positively to this and really rallied on Friday. What else was in focus this week? Well, we had bank earnings, and most banks reported earnings better than expected, and of course, that is good for the stock market. Now, the third thing that is going on right now is the government shutdown, and right now it's the longest government shutdown ever. It should have an effect on the economy, but thus far, it doesn't seem this way. The stock market is up 8% since the government shutdown began. So let's take a look at the charts and let's see what happened here this week. So right now, let's go to the Dow Jones. Here you see the Dow Jones for this week, and you see on Monday, not a whole lot going on there. Let me get rid of this. On Tuesday, the markets were up basically for the rest of the week. Markets up and away. So on Thursday, this is where you see that we had the trade news coming out. It was a little bit conflicting because at first it seems that yes, there will be a deal, and then no, there's no deal. But on Friday, the markets kept rallying. So on Friday, the market's up 330 points, 336 points for the Dow. Overall, 710 points for this week. Now for the S&P 500, very similar picture. On Friday, the S&P was up 35 points. And overall, for the week, S&P posted a 2.9% gain, up 74 points. What about the Nasdaq here? Nasdaq also did really well. Overall, up 2.7 points, or 2.7%, 186 points for the week. Let's take a look at crude oil. Crude oil also had a pretty good week. So crude oil finished higher for the third week in a row and is now up 4.1%. Ended at, as you can see, 53.76. So what are some of the stocks that were in the news this week? Well, the two main stocks that were in the news were Netflix. And at first, Netflix was the darling because it jumped up, as you can see here. Woohoo! Because they said that they will raise subscription prices. And of course, traders thought that is good, brings in more money, more profits, right? So this is where Netflix jumped on Monday. But then they reported earnings, and earnings weren't as good as expected. And this is where you see on Friday, got hammered. Netflix down 4% on Friday, but overall still up for the week because of this heavy jump on Monday. Another stock that was in the news, well, a stock that is probably always in the news is Tesla. So Tesla said, Elon Musk actually announced that it will slash, 7% of the workforce. And as you can see on Friday, Tesla was down 13%. So investors don't like that. So these are the highlights for the week. What to expect in the coming week? Well, first of all, tomorrow is Monday, January 21st, and the markets will be closed tomorrow in observance of Martin Luther King Day. So that is tomorrow. Markets will be closed. So it will be a short week. Again, there's more earnings coming up this week. This will be the focus. And then, of course, the other focus will be the U.S. China trade war that we have going on there. Well, is it actually a war that we have going on there, or is it just a trade drama? It seems that every week there's new news, and China is a big economy. So, of course, the U.S. market is affected by this. In fact, actually, I saw that Bloomberg was reporting. Let me just find this here again. So a Bloomberg report said that in recent trade talks, China offered a plan to boost the U.S. imports to eliminate the trade imbalance by 2024. Who knows if these are rumors or if this is true? So this will be definitely in the focus. Now, the government shutdown, this is really a little bit surprising for me. Longest government shutdown ever. But traders don't seem to be worried at all. Well, because eventually the government employees will be paid. Right now, they're just not receiving paychecks. But from what I heard, they will be paid in retrospect. So as soon as somebody signs the paychecks again, right, they will be mailed out. So therefore, traders don't seem to be worried about it too much. So anyhow, long weekend for traders. So enjoy your Sunday, enjoy your Monday. If you're a full-time trader, tomorrow there's not much for you to do because markets are closed tomorrow. If you still have a job and you're not yet a full-time trader, maybe your job allows you to be off tomorrow. If not, have a fantastic week. And since the markets are closed tomorrow, I will be back on Tuesday to show you what the markets did on Tuesday and what to expect for Wednesday. All right, have a fantastic Sunday, and I'll talk to you soon.